Welcome back to Cooney Connection. Thanks so much for joining us as Heritage Week is coming up very soon. Joining us, the committee chair with the Heritage Group in Belleville, Fisk, is with us. So Karen, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Lindsay.
What is the Heritage Committee and why is it so important? Because it's certainly been a buzz the last couple weeks here in Belleville with a couple of iconic buildings.
Well, heritage itself is extremely important. It basically helps with our quality of life in maintaining what's important in our past and providing lessons for us for the future. It also provides continuity and identification of our own past and our own identities and in planning for the future. So, and that's why you may see some decisions being made because it's leading up to future planning.
How do properties get designated heritage status here in the city of Belleville? How does it work on your lens?
Well, as the provincial or the Ontario Heritage Act is what has established our committee. It established municipal heritage committees, and ours is under the city of Belleville. And our role is basically to advise. It's an advisory role, and we advise on all matters related to heritage. And our Heritage Belleville, as the committee is known, has been in place since 2002, and its role, statutory role, is to consult on the designation of heritage properties, the repeal of designation, an application to demolish, remove, or alter any designated properties. But again, it's only an advisory role to City Council.
Within that, Karen, what makes a property, quote unquote, a heritage property, a potential heritage property? Does it have to meet certain number of criteria?
Definitely. The reporting and the assessments that happen on these properties are very extensive. Usually the report will come and it's usually about 30 pages and very, very detailed. It looks at three main areas, which if it has, if the property is of value or interest because of its physical characteristics, the design of a building is very unique. It also may be designated because of its historic value. It's related to a theme, an event, a person, perhaps an organization, and contextual value, which is the character of the building. It may even be a landmark. Sometimes people usually think of them as buildings, but it could be a landmark. And based on what its relation is to the surroundings.
Interesting. So Heritage Week coming up February 19th to the 25th. We're going to have a special documentary on your TV, Quinty, here, profiling specifically Belleville City Hall, which we're really looking forward to.
Yes, because the role of our committee does specifically have that statutory role. We also have non-statutory roles as well. And part of that is to promote the conservation and also the celebration of local heritage. We are involved in a lot of research and inventory. We've published books. You'll see books. This specific book, which is available at City Hall, identifies the listed properties or the designated properties and gives very good descriptions of them. It also offers walking tours.
Oh, great.
So that is one book that is available. And there's also another one about the buildings that are east of the Moira and beautiful, we all know the beautiful houses that are there, and it gives gorgeous descriptions of many of them. So we're also involved with promotion and education and commemoration. So that gets translated into a number of activities. We do Doors Open in the fall. We do Heritage Week, as you mentioned, in February. And we assist property owners, documentaries, publications, as I mentioned, and awards, and even the attending of or the organizing of conferences. So Heritage Week, what's Heritage Week all about? Well, because that is upcoming, it's probably the most important event to talk about. It happens during the third week of February. And in the past, we've always had guest speakers and a live presentation with our presentation of awards. In the last few years, we haven't been able to have our live presentations. So very creatively, we've had a wonderful person who works for your TV and also happens to be a member of our committee, JP Lemieux, who has helped, assisted, and produced the documentaries related to the Memorial Arena and the one last year related to the armories. So we also are have knowledgeable support there with our local historians like Richard Hughes, Connie Carson, Bob Murphy, Lindsey Pierce. So this year, what's up for this year? So we're kind of doing a bit of both of those projects. We will have a live presentation, but we're throwing in a virtual film. And this year the film is the premiere of City Hall Journey to Icon. And again, with the assistance of JP, we will be showing that, and there'll be some discussion afterwards. It's going to be on February 22nd, which is a Thursday. The doors will be open at 6 o'clock. It'll be at the Wellness Center upstairs in the minor sports room. And after the movie and the panel discussion, we will be presenting our Outstanding Achievement Awards for Heritage Revitalization. So you can go to the City of Belleville website and find the nomination form there. Sometimes it's been tricky, but it's there. And fill it in. You can even nominate your own organization, but you must demonstrate adaptive reuse, preservation, revitalization of historic or heritage significance. So.
Great. Well, lots going on, Karen. It's been so great to have you on the show. Thanks so much for taking the time, and looking forward to that presentation coming up shortly.
Great. Thank you so much.